What's going on, everyone? Chris here, and in today's video, I'm really excited about this one. It applies to really Shopify dropshipping / print on demand as a whole. I want to talk about 3 strategies / ideas that are really outdated that many e-com store owners are still using to this day. If you get value out of this video, all I ask is that you just smash that like button down below. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Just don't break your phone, just kind of tap it. Just to know, what I'm going to talk about may not apply to everybody. I understand that many people have different strategies and systems out there. However, this is data that I and my business partner have collected after owning 4 successful e-commerce stores, one of them doing just over $5 million with print on demand. We hover right now around the $350,000, $400,000 a month mark, but it was not always like that. 1 year ago, we were not even doing half of that. It's very laughable right now, and majority of it is to blame on our outdated strategies. Your marketing can only be responsible for so much, and what really matters are the moving pieces inside of your business. So we came to the conclusion that we must adapt or die. Number 1, this pertains to mainly product pages, and that is utilizing scarcity and trust badges the wrong way. Even worse, using an influx of it on your product pages. Number 1 here is really about simplicity and removing 80% of information from your product pages. Scarcity is a good thing. However, the kicker is learning how to use it effectively in your business without driving customers away.
Relive the thrill of beating the clock.
Any size soft drinks for $1 won't stick around long.
There's this quote that I really love from the book Influence, and it reads, "The way to love anything is to realize that it might be lost." Basically, in other words, what seems least available to consumers is always more desirable and worth having. Subconsciously in our minds, we assign these good qualities to scarce products and resources, which ultimately push us to buy. If you look at Amazon, they actually use scarcity in their stock level information. They've honed in on what their audience responds to best, and you'll notice right away how non-excessive it is. Commonly what I see with e-commerce stores is this right here. Spammy looking scarcity that takes up half the product page, and even worse are the trust badges themselves. These have a bad reputation nowadays. Last year, we received an email from a customer about all of this, and I want to read it to you right now. I still cringe about it to this very day. "Hi, I was browsing your site after you were featured by blank. I have not purchased anything from you as I have a few cautionary concerns. I have just been scammed about $40 from blank, which was selling something similar. They had similar layouts to you and images of the safe and secure credit card information. I'm still anxious about ordering from you because I was already scammed of so much money. How can I be confident that you are a trustworthy company? Thank you, Alyssa." This made us take a step back and pretty much change everything. I do want to keep our brand kind of private, but I will show you some other stores utilizing scarcity and trust the right way. First up is SandCloud, one of my favorite brands. They did over $10 million last year. Look at the way they convey trust. 750,000 followers on Instagram, a satisfaction guarantee. Your purchase helps preserve marine life. It's basically a more branded approach to conveying trust. And as for scarcity, they don't use it on the product page. They actually use it in their emails. I received this one right here after I abandoned my cart. Secondly, Piperloo. These guys did over $15 million in 2018 with print on demand. It's clear that they're conveying trust the same way as SandCloud, taking the more unique points about their brand or product, common objections or questions, and translating that into these badges right here, branded to them. And as for scarcity, they opt to use it at checkout. The main takeaway here is using a branded form of trust on your product pages. And as for scarcity, keeping it to a bare minimum until somebody invests. And when I say invests, I don't necessarily mean buying from you, but more so getting on your email list or adding to cart, or more so initiating checkout. That shows intent, which makes it more appropriate to throw in the hook. Okay, second, relying just on cold traffic for sales and growth. Years ago, when I had my first e-commerce store, life was good. We were making bank off of cold traffic, but as time progressed, it started getting harder and harder, and worse yet, when we shut off our ads, we were not making money.
Yeah, I think it's a terrible idea, actually. I did it myself for the whole of last year, and then Q1 2019 hit, and I got slaughtered in the streets. because I was too reliant on Facebook ads, pretty much.
Nowadays, there are hundreds of thousands of e-commerce store owners competing for the same customers that you were trying to go after. I see so many people get into e-commerce and fail simply because of mindset, expecting profit purely from their acquisition ads. And the reality is, the game today is about building relationships, not just with your customers, but with your warm traffic, building those touch points. Commonly, you'll see this with a lot of general stores that dropship or even print-on-demand stores that sell a vast array of different trendy products. They make a bunch of money in the short term, but eventually it all dies off and they're back at step one. If you look at Snow Teeth Whitening, it's a carefully designed funnel. First, I see an ad, so touch point number one, and then later I see another one. In this case, it's a social proof ad, so this is touch point number two. And then I see an influencer generated video, touch point number three. These guys are taking all their cold traffic and turning it into warm traffic. And once I'm warmed up enough, aka I trust them, I make the purchase. I've actually purchased from these guys and can confirm that A, they built a great customer experience, B, they aim to sell more. They're actually very heavy with their email marketing. In fact, a lot of the emails come directly from the CEO, Josh. And C, finally, I continue to see ads from them, and it keeps their brand top of mind. They're using their acquisition ads and cold traffic for building a relationship. Implementing a system like this will require you to have a product or a few select products that your brand can be known for, a product that you've determined to be able to build a long-term sustainable business out of. And you come to this conclusion through testing, and then eventually that is what you build your store around. Thirdly, this one is so important, and that is ignoring data. Especially if you're doing very well with e-commerce. This pertains to not just ads data, but customer data, store data, purchase data, Google Analytics data, everything. Being the fastest to learn is your competitive advantage. Not reading data properly, or even at all, is really something that messed us up last year and really just halted our growth. And it's so stupid to guess what your audience wants, what they like, what they want to see. Worse yet, you invest money into that stuff and you come to find out it does not mean anything. You wasted a ton of money because the customer does not value it. They don't care about that stuff. I posted in my Facebook group one simple question. What data do you think is most important to the success of your e-commerce store? Lots of answers remained within the realm of what's really most important. If you really had momentum though with e-commerce, I'd recommend checking out glue.io. This simple little $99 a month app has given us so much insight that has led to increased profit, more loyal customers, and overall just a more well-oiled machine. On a macro level, we also focused on our conversion rate. So for 1 month, we led a series of tests throughout the website and throughout the buying process. Taking the time to do this increased our conversion rate by an extra 1% by the end of it all said and done, which equates right here to roughly an extra 1,500 sales per month, and that's an extra $100,000 in revenue that we would not have had otherwise. Data is more important than anything because e-commerce is such a competitive landscape. If you optimize your business, you will make more money. And if you make more money, then you have more money to invest and grow. It's as simple as that. That's all I have for you guys. Just a note, I do have a Facebook group. The link is in the description. Take the time to join that. I would love to chat. If you got value out of this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I put out weekly videos like this. I would love to see you on the channel and in the comment section. And with that, that's all I have for you guys. I will see you in the next video.